There's a new melee weapon in the store that is really expensive, and normally I don't buy this kind of stuff, but I really love melee weapons in zombies, so I had to try this out. This thing costs $80 in COD points, and I took one for the team. I bought it because I wanted to let you guys know if it's any good or not in zombies. For this, you have to buy 4 packs, and they're all 2,400 COD points each, which equals 9,600 COD points, which is, yeah, right at 80 bucks. It's called the Titan Collection. Once you buy it, it unlocks the B.E.A.S.T glove. I had a bunch of COD points saved up, so I only had to spend 40 bucks for this, which that sounds crazy saying that out loud. I was a little worried when I went into the menus to see that this thing was just another version of this new Gladiator melee weapon that's in the Battle Pass. The stats on it are identical to the Gladiator, and the Gladiator is just a reskin of the Karambit. They have the exact same stats too. So when I saw the Gladiator in the Battle Pass and then saw the stats, I was like, this is just the Karambit, which we already have. This is nothing new. So I was not impressed with that. And the Karambit is amazing. It's one of the most powerful melee weapons, but the way that it performs in zombies will get you murdered. And because of that, I switched to the Tonfa. Now the Tonfa doesn't do as much damage, but it doesn't have that mechanism that will get you killed like the Karambit does. And I was really hoping the Gladiator would fix that problem, and it didn't. I went in and checked it out, made a video about that. So I was like, oh no, like what's gonna happen with this glove? My expectations were rock bottom with this thing after looking at the stats in the menu. However, I was pleasantly surprised and shocked by how good this B.E.A.S.T glove is. It fixes the problem that the Karambit and the Gladiator have. The very first time I used it and meleeed a zombie, I noticed it right away. Here's what the weapon in spec looks like. It does a chest beating animation, which is super cute. I was able to put a legendary tool on it and also triple pack-a-punch it. I used a crystal, and when you pack-a-punch it, it doesn't change the skin at all. You don't get like a pack-a-punch camo or anything. One thing that I did notice is it's huge on screen and it blocks a lot of your field of view. But after a while, you don't notice that, but instantly you're like, God, that's a huge freaking gorilla fist in your face. So I just load into the game. I've got this weapon completely upgraded, and right here, my first melee on a zombie, I was like, yes, this is it. This is the melee weapon I've been wanting and waiting for. And it's not because of the sheer power and damage that this glove deals, which is amazing, yes, and expected. It's the way this thing kills. When you melee and punch a zombie, it does not pull you into the zombie and lunge you at them like the Karambit and the Gladiator does. And maybe that is not an issue in other game types, but for zombies it is, because if you are trying to go after one zombie with the Karambit or the Gladiator and there's other zombies around, you will get pulled into that zombie, and then the other ones can surround you and kill you quickly. And again, that's why I opted for the Tonfa, because the Tonfa didn't lunge you at them. It allowed you to stay back and kill around you without being drugged into the horde. So now for me, I have the perfect melee weapon. I've got the power of the Karambit and the Gladiator without the lunge. This thing is unstoppable. Also, the melee is really fast as well. Even though this thing is big and bulky, you can see here I'm swinging. It's very rapid. And don't expect any more damage to be dealt by this thing. Again, it's just doing what the Karambit and Gladiator does, but you're able to hold your ground. This thing is a 1 melee kill for every zombie on the map, even tier 3. The only zombie it's not a 1 melee is the armored zombies, and that's a 2. In tier 1, if you want to go take out bounties, they're going to be a 1 punch, so that's fun. Just like the Karambit and the Gladiator, this thing is powerful against the mega abominations, and you can take one out with this glove. But again, you have that benefit of no lunge, so you can target those mouths when they open so much easier, because you're able to move around freely and control your movement instead of being pulled by that lunge and that melee constantly. But yeah, in tier 3, you are unstoppable and you are tearing everything up. It only takes a few punches to kill the regular elites like the Manglers and the Mimics. Another good benefit this glove has is, say you're down and you're surrounded by enemies around you and you don't want to revive yourself just yet because you're surrounded. Well, you still get to use this glove in melee. Right here, I'm killing a Disciple contract before I revive. So yeah, you're able to melee, mow everything down around you, and then safely revive. It's safe to say that this glove will always be on me in every game. I did pay a lot of money for it and I thought I was going to be wasting my money, but yeah, it's definitely a pay to win, that's for sure. For players that don't want to pay $80 for this glove, there's a way to turn this glove into contraband and then stack them up. So I could like make a ton of these and then go drop them for people in game. They will be contraband for those people as well, obviously, but it gives them a chance to use it. I'm going to make a video on that right after this, if that glitch is still working, where you can duplicate these and hand them out, because because I feel like this weapon is that good that you would want to take the time to duplicate this and hand it out to people. Also, I found myself using ether blades less with this because it is now doing everything I need it to do. I don't need the ether blades to supplement. And that is really saying a lot. So if you guys can find players to drop you this glove and you're able to keep it on you and not lose it and keep it as contraband, I would highly recommend it. But I hope you guys enjoyed this, and we'll see you next video.